We're in Montreal, Canada, to go inside of a different type of C-suite. At the Global Fund, we're going to follow Julie Essiam as she continues to relaunch the brand of Ecobank. Julie Essiam, one of the leading voices on the continent when it comes to reshaping how we see the potential and the mindsets of the people of Africa. As we go into this conference, you'll hear from Julie. She's got a different approach completely, going from an impoverished mentality to a mentality of thriving. We'll follow her at this conference as they lift up development and reshape how we think about development in general.
It's here, the time has come.
The time is now.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. You know, I have so much passion around the space. I have so much passion for what we're about to achieve in Africa. This is an amazing opportunity.
Absolutely.
I feel great.
And the hope of today, the entire day, I mean, what will be the highlight for you?
The highlight for me will be the replenishment. I'm looking for support, I'm looking for collaboration. So for Global Fund to be successful is very important to me. And for us to achieve collaboration with the private sector and all the other donors will be a major success at this conference.
Awesome. Well, we're about to get started, and
Yes.
We're looking forward to some conversation in the panel and dialogue and so forth.
Absolutely.
Let's go through.
Thank you.
Awesome. Julie, beyond this conference, beyond all of the work you're doing with HR, developing people, building collaborations globally.
Corporate affairs.
Corporate affairs, this entire world. I mean, it must really take a strain on you. How do you hold up? Is it your spiritual life? Do you meditate, yoga?
You know, one thing I always say, Tim, is that when you have passion in anything that you do, you get tired a little bit, but the passion drives you. The passion wakes you up at night. The passion wakes you up at 4 a.m. when you went to bed at 2. But then again, not losing sight of the important people around you, not losing sight of your partner, not losing sight of your children, and important people around you.
And when you do
bringing
lose
them
sight,
along
when
on the
you
journey.
do lose sight, what do you do? How do you do you sit them down? You know, people think this stuff is easy. We know. The reason why we're here in this conversation with you, what you're doing is not easy. And we celebrate that. But what do you do? How do you rebound when you do mess up, when you do drop the ball, you don't send the money, something happens? What do you do?
I'm big with apologies. And then I think maybe sometimes I do it too much. I'm sorry. But when I remember, I apologize, I turn things around. It's not easy. I mean, we're not perfect, right? Especially with partners, significant others, right? But also, I think the value proposition with all of this is trying to really make sure that you're not doing this alone, and that whatever your beliefs are is what your family believes in.
Got it.
And if they believe the same thing that you do, my goodness, the journey is so much easier.
Let's grab a taxi. I know we got to get over to the conference. You know, this journey of you getting to the top, at some point you were right out of school, you had these big dreams and goals. Take us back to your first sort of job where you were managing people.
Okay, so I went to school in the US, and I had this amazing opportunity, really blessed opportunity to work for Chase Manhattan Bank, now JP Morgan Chase, as an associate, a management associate. And that program was 18 months long, just developing my leadership skills to become a manager after that program. Immediately after that program, I was given an assignment to lead 25 people. Wow, I said to myself, little me, to lead 25 people in our operations and technology area in Syracuse. Mistakes here and there, but I think really the learning for me there was not just managing people, but how to get the best out of people. Very quickly, early in my career, within a couple of years, I realized that no, I'm in the wrong area or the wrong job. What I really want to do, but I didn't know how, is to bring the best out of people, to really help people to reach deep inside and really develop the best out of them. So I just said to myself one day, HR, human resources, this is what I'm going to do. that was my move to human resources. There was a lot of debate, there are no opportunities there, you don't have the background. I pushed, and I went into HR. That was the beginning of it. And through my HR work, I've done foundation, I've done CSR, lots and lots. And those two marry each other in terms of development, people, leveraging people, community development, all of that. In one way or the other, the value proposition runs through. So, Tim, I find myself very, very blessed to be doing or earning a living doing what I love to do, what I have passion for. I won't trade it for anything.
Wow. And, being in HR, if you think about when people are shifting to a mindset of thriving, it is all about helping people harness their resources internally, right? So without this sort of background in HR, you probably wouldn't be where you are today. How important is it to sort of build on your career, build on your history, build on the past, and as you are developing yourself as a leader?
I think it's very important. Like I said when I was doing my speech, that we don't call it mistakes, but learning experiences. Learning experiences. There are no mistakes, but when it becomes 3-4 times, then it's a bad mistake, right? So really, every mistake is an opportunity to learn and to leverage on something that you didn't know. I never stop learning. I learned from my 22-year-old daughter. I learn from my partner who inspires me. I'm continuously learning. Anybody, whoever I get in touch with, there's something about that individual that I don't know that I can pick up and again add on to what I already have. So the learning is continuous. I'm not young, but I'm still learning.
Absolutely. What's interesting is that one of the things that comes through, it's effervescent with you, is your passion for Africa. Why do you feel so hopeful about the continent? Firstly, it's important for people to know that you have traveled a lot. So if anyone has a good perspective, you do. So why do you feel so hopeful about Africa?
So my journey in Africa, I was born in Africa, I was born in Ghana. I left, I went to college in the US. After 18 to 19 years, I came back to the continent. I think this continent has one of the most educated group of people. In terms of the education that was built on this continent, now it's not where it was before. We have a group of people who are very educated. Africans are very spiritual. Africans are able to reach deep within themselves, to make things happen for themselves in their own homes. Why can't we make this continent work like Singapore has worked? Malaysia has worked. Several years ago, 20-something years ago, we were both, Singapore, Malaysia, Africa, we're both on the same par. Look at where these two countries or that continent is at the moment. We can also do it. I think it's just a mindset. We don't lack the resources. This is a rich continent. Africa is a rich continent. We don't lack the resources. It's a mindset shift. It's understanding that we shouldn't always ask for donations. And therefore, we have it within ourselves to do it. It's a mindset.
Absolutely. Tonight is a big night here at the Global Fund Conference.
Yes.
Your role here tonight and the role of the organization is, in terms of continue to sort of partner and drive development. When Canada decided to host this particular conference, is there something about Canada, the symbolism of being in Canada, that matters at all, or not really?
No, I think Canada came to the party. Canada understands what Global Fund is doing. Canada understands the need and the development aspect of what Global Fund is doing, and they buy into it. And therefore, it is with that belief and conviction that they said, we will support you. Come and do this here. And we're all here. What I would like to challenge my African partners and my sisters and brothers in Africa is that why not Africa? Why can't we host this in Africa? There's several African presidents here today.
Yes.
Why can't we host this in Africa? Does it have to be Canada? Does it have to be the US? We can do this in Africa, and that is one of the call that we need to realize.
The Ecobank Foundation